Happy music. I like that. Welcome back to our QVC Morning Show. It's right now about 24 minutes after the top of the hour. This is Sean Pickford. Sean he's our do-it-yourself guy. He's one of the tool guys around here. How are you?
Good to see you again.
It's always fun to introduce things that are brand new.
Yeah, this is really cool.
And there's a lot of gadgets and a whole bunch of gimmicks and gizmos around this time of year. You know what, this is one of the few that I really like. This is a combination of 23 different tools. This was designed with homeowners in mind, not contractors.
Right.
Okay? Contractors aren't going to carry this thing around in their tool belt. I'll tell you that right now. But for the junk drawer in the kitchen, it replaces everything that's here, including a hammer, including a bubble level, which everybody should at least have one of, a really good flashlight, you've got your tape measure, and a whole bunch of different screwdrivers, all in one compact case.
Yeah, everything you need is right there. When you literally flip up the little case, you'll see all the bits. They're enclosed right here. So
and they didn't skimp on the bits. Those are vanadium bits.
They're all chrome vanadium bits. You can see that you have, your Torx, your Robertson, your slotted, your Phillips, everything you need. You get the 6-foot tape measure on the end here, all right, which is great when you're measuring things. You even get a little hammer here so that, you need to put a little nail in there to hang up your picture. You're good to go. Right into the drywall, just like you'd have in your home.
Because I'll tell you what, you never have a hammer inside the house. If you have one, it's out in the garage.
Right.
Keep this thing in the junk drawer.
And the other great thing is to basically get the screwdriver piece to come out. See this little button here? I simply just slide it forward. Now I'm ready to go, but what makes it even more special, I got a built-in LED light, because let's face it, when you're working on a lot of things, you're in a dimly lit space.
Right.
The hardest thing to do is try and hold a flashlight in one hand and use the screwdriver in another.
That's why God gave us chins. To hold that flashlight in your chin. We've done that a few million times,
and
haven't we?
I think you were the one that said to me, your dad always said, are you holding that flashlight for you or for me?
Yeah, that was my dad's favorite line.
So it was never in the right space. The other great thing about this tool, by simply pushing the lever in, now I can put this at a 90 degree. So when I really need to get some torque on something, something like a large screw like this, where you really got to get in there, you get all the torque you need, because you can literally pull on this if you need with 2 hands, or break it loose with 2 hands. And the bits are all magnetic, so that when they go into place, they stay there.
Yep.
So even when I flip this thing open, the bit doesn't go flying off somewhere. You turn it upside down, it doesn't fall out. And the other great thing is, there's little metal magnets on the end here. So when you're working above your head, putting in curtain rods and stuff like that, you don't have to hold the screws in your mouth. You can hold them right there on the end of the screwdriver.
Perfect. I don't know why, but when we first kicked off our presentation, it said with LCD clock, and it does not have an LCD clock. It also doesn't have a toaster oven, but I can see where that would...
But that might be the next version.
That might be the next version. But the graphic is correct at $19.98.
Right.
Here's what impressed me, is they did build it to be serious.
Well, that's it.
It's a solid piece of equipment. That it's all made of ABS plastic, which is the same stuff they make car bumpers and crash helmets out of. And what they didn't construct with the high-impact plastic, they constructed out of steel or aluminum.
Well, that's it. There was no skimping involved. Everything with top quality parts in there. So, it's a serious tool. It's the tool. This thing does go in that drawer in the kitchen, because it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Yeah, your professional contractor isn't going to have this on his tool belt. It's not designed for that. But for the average homeowner, this is just about everything you need. That's what, about a 6-foot tape? 6-foot
tape measure, so you need to measure for your curtains and stuff like that. Perfect for doing that. Everything you need right there, a little hammer to touch up things, to hang your pictures on the wall and stuff like that. The bubble level, it's not just a cheapy bubble level, it's a liquid-filled bubble level.
Which makes a big difference.
Yeah, it really does when it comes to getting precision measurements and knowing whether things are level or plumb.
John, you and I both know this. There's been 150 different manufacturers that have tried for decades to put these all-in-one gizmo gadgets together. This is the first company that I've seen that did it right.
Well, they took their time, they did it right, everything you need. This is a great stocking stuffer. Let's face it, what do you get that person that has everything? They don't have one of these. This is the thing that goes in the glove box of the car, the boat, the RV. All those places
I'm impressed with the bits, too.
They're great. I use this all the time.
I've got the smallest bit in the entire kit. That's a precision bit.
Well,
that's all chrome vanadium, which is exactly what the most expensive manufacturers of screwdrivers in the world make.
We even put the small slotted one in there for all the people that need to change their watch batteries and eyeglasses. So that's even included with this.
Perfect. We're going to go off, say hello to Pat in Ohio. Pat, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I know another lady named Pat.